Hey guys, this is George with Kingdom Worker Ministries, and I just want to take a few minutes of your time to share a quick message with you that I believe will be a blessing to you, will help encourage you, and help improve your Christian walk. Let's talk about the story of the children of Israel and the promised land. According to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verses 22 through 25 of the New Living Translation, we find these words. Be careful to obey all these commands I am giving you. Show love to the Lord your God by walking in his ways and holding tightly to him. Then the Lord will drive out all the nations ahead of you, though they be much greater and stronger than you. You will take over their land. Wherever you set foot, that land will be yours. Your frontiers will stretch from the wilderness in the south to Lebanon in the north, and from the Euphrates River in the east to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to stand against you, for the Lord your God will cause the people to fear and dread you, as he promised, wherever you go in the whole land. In this story, God promises to give a particular land to the children that were led out of Egypt as part of an inheritance, but with one condition. And though the land was possessed by others, including giants, all the children of Israel had to do was basically go in and take possession of the land. According to Numbers, chapter 14, verses 20 through 25 of the Living Bible translation, we find these words. Then the Lord said, all right, I will pardon them as you have requested, but I vow by my own name that just as it is true that all of the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord, so it is true that none of the men who has seen my glory and the miracles I did both in Egypt and in the wilderness, and 10 times refused to trust me and obey me, shall even see the land I promised to those people's ancestors. But my servant Caleb is a different kind of man. He has obeyed me fully. I will bring him into the land he entered as a spy, and his descendants shall have their full share in it. But now, since the people of Israel are so afraid of the Amalekites and the Canaanites living in the valleys, tomorrow you must turn back into the wilderness in the direction of the Red Sea. But with all the promises and assurances of God, it was their unbelief that delayed them from getting what God had given to or promised them. Today, we have been given the privilege to become a child of God. Even in his own land, among his own people, the Jews, he was not accepted. Only a few would welcome and receive him. But to all who received him, he gave them the right to become children of God. All they needed to do was to trust him to be saved. All those who believe this are reborn. Not a physical rebirth resulting from human passion or plan, but from the will of God. This is taken from John chapter 1, verses 12 through 13 of the Living Bible Translation. You can now share in the blessings of Abraham and receive the promises of the Spirit through faith, according to Galatians 3:14. Once you become a child of God, you then have the right to the inheritance of the new covenant, a better covenant built with better promises. Hebrews chapter 8, verses 6 through 13. A divine inheritance to the best in life, deserving all the Father has to offer. Romans chapter 8, verses 14 through 17, which includes the right to good health, wealth, and total life prosperity, according to 1 John chapter 1, verse 2. But there is one condition. Yes, that's right. You have to take possession of it. You have to take inventory of your rights, privileges, and inheritance that are part of the promise and lay claim to them. Do not allow your unbelief to stop or delay you from going or getting what God has given you as it did the children of Israel. Find out what God has given you and go take possession of it. We pray that this message will bless you, inform you, and give you revelation as to why it is important for you to take possession of what God has already given you. If this message has been a blessing to you, please click the like button and share it so that others may be blessed by it as well. Have an awesome day, and we will see you the next time. Continued blessings.